had off-grid power. And of course, neither one of my generators would start. So I'm just like, really? Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. Hilarious.
Are the generators working now, or you got proper power stored?
Oh, I got proper power. Yeah. Took about 2.5 days. But there was so many people without power. It was insane. It was wild. There was at the front of this one storm, there was like 100-mile-an-hour winds. No, I mean, I think one tornado touched down or something, but there was really not a bunch of tornadoes. It was just this first blast of wind. There's so many trees down. Crazy. Then I got.
I bet your dogs must have been like, "What is going on? Now we got all these extra big sticks on the ground."
Dude, I was leaving, heading into town, kind of like right when it started. Didn't think it was going to be that bad. I'm sure they were freaking. But out I got all these problem trees. I had a big top branch. I mean, shit, man. It's probably this big around. Split off and fell. Thank God it fell the other way. Fell away from the structures. I got to chainsaw that up later today. All kinds of crap. And it is so humid. So humid, it's unreal. Just rain. Kind of like these VEPS.
Power back, bro.
Yeah, kind of like these VEPS raining down profits.
Yes. You see that Tesla bump?
Yeah. I did see it a little bit. Yeah, and I saw the posts and stuff.
I explained to Earth Fear that it's, just because you see it in the news beforehand doesn't mean that it's the news that's going to move it one way or the other. It's the VEPS.
Yeah.
It was like,
yeah, and it was definitely, there were some things.
Was time for a move, big time. Had like volatility crushed, variance crushed, entropy crushed. Everything was crushed. Like all it could do was move.
Yep.
And directly, all it could really do was move up, and then it smashed that 3S to the upside, and it's already a mean reversion.
Speaking of mean reversion.
Yeah.
Old Bitcoin. Well, got it really close to the weekly range. Actually, yeah, close enough for a test, really. But yeah, hello. We got the top of the monthly down here at about 29, I believe. No, 28. Top of the monthly, 29,687. Am I looking for a pullback to that area? I am. Am I looking for it today? I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But that is...
Happy July, new monthly forecast and all that too.
Yeah. Got through June. Got through June.
Tomorrow's the holiday, right? Tomorrow's our market holiday.
Yeah, man. Little Independence Day. Coming in hot right after that dumbass Pride Month stuff.
Fireworks.
Fireworks are coming.
How about some red, white, and blue and rainbow fireworks to celebrate?
Dude, please. No more rainbows. We live in clown world. Yeah, 100%. Definitely fun crowd. I got gay friends. It's like I don't care what you do. I really don't. I don't care what people do. But listen, when they start pushing it on society, when they start fucking pushing it on the children, I got a major problem with it. Everybody just keep to themselves. Do your thing. You want your thing? Do your thing. Like with this affirmative action stuff, you got to be kidding me. Should have never been there to begin with. People should be looked at for what they do, not for what they look like. You know? I mean, that should be a no-brainer for anybody.
Well, I don't know if it should have never been there because, like, clearly when it started, it was a time when the U.S. had just gotten over the whole civil rights thing and everything. Like, it just passed civil rights for all people. So at that time, it was very clear that there were, massive systemic problems against people who were, not white or whatever, who had to deal with all kinds of, systemic things that go back centuries. Over time, these things.
There you go, P-Funk.
So homies, my whole life has been trying to not beat it, but try and make a life out of myself due to the circumstances of affirmative action.
Yeah,
I've got nothing against it. Okay, I've got nothing against it. I completely understand it. I'm just going to say for South Africa's terms, I'll try to say this in like 3 minutes. I'll just say in South Africa's terms, there's a lot of rich, wealthy white people and some Indian people, and there are also wealthy black people. Okay, but now you need to disperse this income when the economy grows. So technically, what you're doing is you're turning it into like what's it's called, nepotism. Okay,
Yeah.
and it can get taken, like South Africa has taken the nepotism all the way to the black people's side. I'm not saying I'm angry or whatever. It's just how you've got to grow a stable economy.
Reverse discrimination is what it is.
Right. So like, yeah. So like me as a white male, bro, it doesn't matter my education. It doesn't matter this. If I don't have the CEOs of those businesses who are my family friends, who are my family, I'm not getting a job there. Just because of the requirements that they have to meet 70% of these color people or whatever it is. South Africa is getting very hectic. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And there's a balance to it when no one sees color. I was lucky to be born in South Africa where it was after apartheid. It was like 1 year after, a couple months after.
Right.
So everyone to me is just like, you're just a person to me. Okay, so a lot of people don't see that, and a lot of the people that I was going to school with, their parents are in the financial position because of the previous government, the white people that were pretty much running the show. So there's a lot of anger that comes in. And just put it this way, it gets to a point where, let's say there's 55 million people in South Africa, 5 million of them are like over $1 million net worth, and they're white. 5 million of them are over one net worth, and they're Indian, Chinese, and black. And then you can start reducing the nepotism and try to bring it back to the mean.
So you're saying that there's a volatility distribution, and
pretty much,
yeah, and there's variance, and we can calculate this culturally speaking, and then we can follow the standard deviations of it. I agree.
Yeah. So all it is there's one Chinese firm that does the steel. There's one white firm that does. I'm not saying white. I'm just saying like there's one white majority firm that does steel. There's one black firm that does steel. There's one Indian firm that does steel. And if you look at cultures like to do business with other cultures because they have the same principles. Okay.
Right.
So it allows like a racial monopoly within your culture.
Right.
Within whatever is significant to you, and then the people that don't give a shit about color, they just go hunting for it.
It's just all part of the overall control.
The businesses in the world have mixed ethnicity ownership because they don't care about that. The rich care about the rich. It's about classes, not colors.
Yeah. Right.
That goes to Bilbo's point at the beginning of this, which is, when he said, we shouldn't be looking at the colors. It's 100% true. It's like,
well, what is this all?
It's not about the colors. It's not about the gender. It's about people's potential and their credibility, what they've earned, meritocracy kind of thing.
Dude,
but
these
you have to have obviously
handful of families that are literally running this entire world. Everything that's put out there is to keep us all separated. They don't want us to come together. I see value in every freaking person. Everybody's got value. That's why this lives matter, these lives matter. It's all separation tactics they're using against us. All we got to all do is come together, shit can those idiots, take the world back. We all want peace, right?
Bitcoin.
It's just insanity, man. It's insanity.
Bitcoin will save us.
Bitcoin will save us all.
Don't discriminate.
I want to get my.
Bitcoin doesn't discriminate.
Let's see who exactly.
You can even rainbow any color you like as long as you want it orange.
You can say the same thing about age too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I know. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Get calls back because of my age.
Oh.
Too old. I do. I know. I don't. Too old.
Yep, absolutely, dude.
These girls at one of the restaurant. I made some comment like this. This one girl said something, and we were back at the back of one of the ovens or something. And I was like, I've been dragging things out of this oven before your parents were born. And she's like 18. And she was like, what? And I go, how do you think I am? She was like, I don't know, you're like 38. And I was just like, oh, God bless you. I was like, you got any older sisters? It's like, honey, I wish I was 38. But yeah, man, it is age too. Everything. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know what though? These markets don't give a shit what you look like. They will take your money. They'll take your green ass money and
Yeah. If it's green, they'll take it.
yeah.
Yep.
The markets don't care. And we're here for everybody. You want to learn how to trade? Bring it. I don't care if you're a raccoon. Let's go.
Or a hamster.
Or a hamster. Hamster lives matter. Let's go. All right, what time is it? 9:11. Dick around crypto. Here's Solana too, right? Solana's off the chain. Made a nice run. Guys even talked about it coming into the end of the month that Solana was going to probably close up around $20. Made a run. What was the high? 1975 or something. It started charging. All right, that wasn't the end. Hold on. There it is. There was the top. Right before the monthly. Yeah, 1980, about 1990. Pretty damn good. That's the VEPS, man. That monthly range. Definitely data set was running to it. Rejected too, right before the end of the month, right? You go up here. Here, let me show you real quick. Okay, trading view, relax. What is this thing doing? Jesus. Let me drag this here. Scale it down. It's a little easier. You'll see this monthly range, old monthly range pop into view here in 1 second. There it is. Tight monthly range. Did Solana have a massive trend last month? Yeah, it did. Dip, pump, good times. Good times. Most undervalued cryptocurrency, in my opinion. For what it does. Super fast, beautiful blockchain. One of those ones where Bitcoin's a store of value. What are we going to use to buy goods and services? There's tons of cryptos out there. Tons of cryptos. Like I think Yasha was even talking. I mean, I like Cardano. I like Solana. I mean, Ethereum. Hey, man, they want to rebuild that protocol and get this gas shit taken care of. No problem. Let's see here. Illumini. God. Yes, sir. Let me see. What are we doing? We got in here. All right, beautiful. Let's see. So crypto's doing its thing. I already pointed out, whoa, the top of the ranges. Where Solana, let's pop Solana real quick. Just put the, there it is. Here's the top of Solana's monthly at about 1842. Looking for a little retest to that area. Bitcoin was about 19.6. Let's see here. Where are you? There it is, right there. Or what I say, 19? Jesus, 29,687. Yeah, we're a little bit above 20K now, Bilbo. Look at the chart. So Solana's just been hovering over its new weekly range. After these traditional markets open up, we'll dive deeper into that after we go over all that stuff. I don't want to get too deep and then have to back out of it. Let's see. Speaking of that, let's go over traditional. Let me see Dixie's ranges. We got a tight weekly on Dixie. What's this thing going to do? What is this thing going to do? Look, went up today, right? Tested the first standard deviation, normal distribution to the top side. Beautiful. Got up above the new monthly range, right? This is what I was talking about, like SPY, all the indices, all these stocks, they're all going to get new weekly and monthly ranges as soon as this market opens. Let's see here. And then we're going to have a little break tomorrow. This is going to be wild. Wednesday's going to be a trip. Let's see what happens today first, though, right? You can see it's ranging in between first standard deviation, normal distribution, top side, bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace. Here's the top side of the monthly, bottom side of the monthly, center of the monthly. New tight weekly range showing Dixie is going to have a trend this week. Is it going to pump? Is it going to dump? That's what we're here for, right? Everybody wants to know what's going on. SPY, what's SPY doing pre-market? Let me check real quick. I think it was down a little bit. Yep, down a little bit. There's a lot of bear div on this run SPY's been having. Let me see. We were talking about this new weekly. God, with this big gap. On Friday, a little tougher. This is going to raise it up, right? We already did a little preliminary one where I think I was talking about 436 area. This is going to change. Let's see here. Phew. Toughy today. I would say weekly, maybe around 439 now. 439. Yeah, 438. In between 438, 439. Where did we have that monthly range coming in? Let's pop this real quick here. Let me see. Because these ranges matter. Let me see. Pop this up. Let's throw this on a 4 hour. And there we go. And let's see here, Jim. What are we working with? Right about from there. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. New monthly probably. Wow, man. All you SPY bulls. Goodness gracious. You know where this new monthly is going to come? This new monthly is going to come in right around reverse wave trend, probably. And considering you're outside, wow. 10 points or something to the downside, even more. About 12 points. 431 area. Right in there somewhere. That's where I'm thinking the new monthly is going to come populating in. It could be a little higher because there was a lot of volatility to the top side. Interesting June for sure. Had this nice dip right back to the 33 power mean. I mean, 2 wicks right to it. Bam, bam. And then the jump. Not sustainable. There's a lot of bear div building too. Let's see here on the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour bear. Let's see the 24. The daily. Not really. Kind of flat. There's some weak bear building. Pop up here on the 5 day. See what's going on. Right at the zero mean. Little bit above it. Let's see something here. Yeah, there's definitely some bear. Boy, it's only on returns oscillator. Man, this thing's been so resilient. Look, we're still trending to the top side. This is going to change. This will change, me friends. 5 days in 3 hours and 41 minutes. Getting a new 5 day candle, huh? Yeah, today's the last 5 day. Or the last day on this 5 day candle. What's the volatility doing? Contracting. Tell you what, you've got the 2400 expanding negatively correlated. At some point, that's going to push this price action back down. If the correlation doesn't break on this candle close. Let me take a quick look at these minis. Oof. On the VRE, though. Let's see. There's the SPYs. There's a top down here, 4438. Pretty sure that's it. Let me make sure. Yep. Big ranges, too. I noticed that when I looked at this earlier. So here's the top of the weekly. I imagine these things are going to come pouring down. Let's take a look here. Kind of div. Let me turn off this UPN. Is that on 5 day? This on a daily. There we go. Yeah, guys, up here on these higher time frames, we're outside this power mean band. Thing is, well, there's no bear div, not on the daily. Let me see this 2 day. Boy, you get a rejection here. This thing could come slamming down hard because we did close on a higher high. Well, not really. 2 day, last day of the 2 day. Let's see what happens. If this thing pulls back, could knock that div right out. 2 to 3 day. Same thing. Boy, this thing looks like it's setting up for a little bit of on these macro time frames, going back into a random walk. Everything's been trending on the top side with bear div setting up. Because here's the 4 hour. Yeah, there's that bear div finally played out right at the end of the day. Last 4 hour candle, right? Friday. Pulling back hard. That was the day I could not do the live stream. Damn power. But right now it's setting up hidden. Right, we're getting a lower low on the returns oscillator. But this isn't sustainable being outside the power mean band because returns mean revert. Price action is going to follow. And that's just what we're dealing with. People can ride along for the fun, or they can just, go trade traditional TA, be behind the 8 ball using lagging indicators. Indeed. And yeah, there was some chatter about Tesla, which, guys, when it comes to stocks, obviously, right? Some things are going on to come to earnings plays, things of that nature. But let's take a peek at it real quick. Let's see what kind of shots across the bow Tesla was given on this little bumpy poo here. Dun, 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 dun. Setting up a little hidden right here if you get a bounce on the open, which it probably is gonna because the pre-market's up. How many variances low? Let's go up here on the daily. About 5-day old Tesla. Coming down, negatively correlated the whole time, right? This variance. First, you have an outlier on the 5-day. Variance coming down. So this is no bread. This is buy pressure big time. It's not surprising. It's up. Trending too. Starting to trend. The fact it hasn't went into trend, pretty powerful. This baby just drifting. Let me see here. Boom, boom. There's the bull divot sent this thing up. Almost to the reverse Fisher. What's that at? 295? 295. Could it run up there before it pulls back? Sure it could. See this 3-day. Oof. Yeah. I think this is going to last very long, to be honest. Now it could run. I'm telling you. I mean, there's a lot of hidden bull up here. Volatility's all the way expanded, low length, negatively correlated, but yeah, usually when you expand negatively correlated, look how this correlation is ripe for a break and contraction. Yeah, I don't trust this move. And they use news to manipulate people. That's another thing you got to be really careful about. Sure, there's some fundamental things within these companies that are definitely going to pump stock. We all know that. But when it comes to trading low time frame volatility, I don't get into it really. That's why we built the VEPS, so we don't have to worry about it. Let's see this 4 hour. Man, there is some definite bear div. But like I said, it's setting up this little bit of hidden bull. I mean, it's up almost at the top of the power mean band on the 4 hour. It's above it on all these other time frames above. Let's see here. Just going to give a little look here. Which one of these, what time frame close? There we go. There's the hidden right there. There's some hidden on the 45 going into the close on Friday. Oh, yeah. What's that 2400 doing? Okay. Looks like it's expanding negative. 981 expanding negative. Ah, man. This is interesting little read I'm getting here. How did the last 15-minute candle? What does this look like? Yeah, variance starting to come up positively correlated. Right at the end. Did we have some divergence? Not really. 15 minutes pretty clean. We need to get these new ranges. That's the thing. Tesla's getting ahead of itself. I'm telling you. You're going to have the new weekly, new monthly below. Let's see something. Pop Tesla up real quick. What time is it? 9:24. Okay. So ended it above. I mean, look, Friday, the bulls pumped it up. They wanted to close up here on top. Tried to close it up here on top of the weekly. Had a nice tight daily. No doubt. Where is the new weekly going to come in at? I'll tell you what. Probably right around 260 area. Somewhere in that range. That's what I'm seeing. Probably 260. Center of the weekly. This monthly is going to be more important, though. go over here. Where are you? There you are, baby. Let's turn off these RMLRs. Boop. Off you. Let's see here. 4 hour. June. Pull it in, baby. There we go. Okay, so was that all right? New monthly range. Wow. I would say, get a little something. I'm going to say right around 252. 252. And what's it? What is it at pre-market? Come on, pull this down a little bit. 276. All right. Yeah. P Funk was right. I wasn't sharing my chart. Nice shout out. Yep. Let's see where these new ranges populate here in 4 minutes. Pop this over on SPY one more time. June. What do we got? Show me the power. This is a little tough, man. We're just going to let these babies come on in hot. Coming in hot. Get this on SPY real quick. And Dixie is pulling back as we speak, huh? Yeah, that new weekly. What'd I say? Right around, like 39, 38, right in this area somewhere. It's tough because Friday, man, that freaking thing gapped up big time. Wrecked a lot of bears. That's what these markets do. Gold recovered nicely after the dip below 19, right? Let's see where gold's new range is. All in the weekly. Where's the monthly, though? Oof. Gold. You shit the bed, gold. Yeah, that big dip down here, right? What did it get down to? 19. Let me see something. Yep, there it was right there. Right at my target, right? That 93 area. It was perfect. Remember, that was the 5-day reverse wave trend. Beautiful. But now, goodness gracious. Look how the bulls tried to rip this thing up to close. Close up here somewhere, either in the new monthly, above the monthly. Bears weren't having it. Man, this is trouble for gold. Gold better get its ass back up above like 1937 area, 1938. Close a couple daily candles up there. This rejects off the monthly. Gold could be hurting. Gold could be sticking around 1900 for a while, at least this month. Let's see what the bears think about it. We will shortly find out. It's going to be a weird week being closed tomorrow. Yeah, SPY's dipping out. SPY's dipping out a bit. I can't wait to get this range. Sure got my count up. I do. Where is the zeros? Let's go, baby. 1 minute. Triple Qs, huh? Triple Qs, you calling my name today? Possibly. That's right. The Russell ETF. What are we going to do today? There we go. Let's get this new range. Let's back this out a little bit. Yeah, there's the center. What did I say the center of the weekly was going to be? There it is. 439.57. Is that the top of the monthly? Yeah, this gets tough right at the open. Yeah, there's the top of the weekly right here. And that is at the first support level of the daily price action volatility range. Got the 1 SD on the daily right here. Let me flip this on a minute. So these every candle that closes, we'll get a better look. We need a couple to populate here to really get a look. Is that the center? That is. So the top of the monthly, 339. 339. So wow, interesting. Or 4. Jesus, I'm stuck on 3s. 439. We'll put some. We got the 440. Where's the daily? Where's the top of that weekly at? 441s. I'm giving this shit away, huh? They said, let's give that shit away. Okay, here we got a couple candles now for a better look. Yep, top of the weekly. Come on. Yep, 441.4. I was really close. Really close for the center of the weekly. And center of the monthly, what did I say? 494? I said what? 431, 432. God, that was a toughie though, man. SPY's been all over the place. Seemed pretty bullish though, man. I'm looking for some tests down into the areas. So if we got the top of the monthly down here at about 439, let's get it over with. Let's just test this sucker. I'll tell you what, a test to the center of the weekly would do it. Just 439.5 area. What's the expected move? Expected, wow, tight. Top side about 430, 443, 444. It's pulling back to 443 3/4. Bottom side 441.5 area. 441.5 area. Okay. Now that we know where all this is at, let's see what's happening here. I'll pop this on Dixie one more time. Below the monthly too. Gold and Dixie look like shit, man. These things could run together. They were, remember? Here's this tight weekly on Dixie. All right, I already talked about it. Is it going to bust through? Man, I'll tell you what, Dixie gets below this tight weekly range. I'm looking for some normal distribution levels today, most undoubtedly. Let me see where the 1SD is. Where you at, baby? There you are. 102.5. 102.5. Now I know what those levels are. Let's pop this back on the 15-minute. Moment of truth for Dixie. America's shitcoin. We'll celebrate you tomorrow. We will celebrate you tomorrow, my friend. All right, back over on SPY. Yeah, this thing trying to suck up. Of course. Of course it is. We know where these levels are at. That's the thing about these levels. They don't have to test right off the bat, man. They do not have to test right off the bat. And remember, top of the monthly's down here by the center of the weekly, 439. 439. Let's see, what are they doing? Oh my goodness, boy, they just so much premium on the put side. It's crazy. You're paying to buy puts right now. Paying. First in the money strike, 443 on the call, 79 cents. Puts, 444, dollar and a quarter. $1.25.
So does that mean I'm gonna pay $1.25 right now above the price action in order to bet that it's gonna go down to, let's just say, the new weekly?
Well, it depends on what. I mean, you got a ton of different strikes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying right now, they are setting this up where they are definitely thinking this baby's going to fucking pop to the downside. You're going to have to pay to buy the puts. They're not going to give them away. That's for damn sure. Calls?
Okay, sure. Thanks.
I mean, look, where's the price at? 4. Dude, you could literally buy a 444 call for 36 cents right now. That's insane. Pretty damn cheap. Who's salivating at that? 14-cent 445s? I'm not interested in calls today, though. Not with these ranges. I'm not saying it can't pop. No, this rolls, especially if Dixie doesn't bounce on that weekly range. If Dixie bounces on that weekly range and makes a run for that monthly, that's when you're going to see the pullback. It's a VIX up a little bit. Trying to crack back up in the 14 range. Let's let this intraday populate. It was down on Friday. Definitely trying to move it up. Tesla. Look at this outlier. Whoop. That is a variance boner right there. If I ever seen one. I think shot straight in the trend. What was that time frame? It's going to be 4 hour. Depending on what's this, boy, it's interesting. That's all. You got this nice bounce off the zero mean on the open, but didn't go very high. Setting up bear div. Tesla can run though. It's outside the power mean band. Everybody be careful on this stuff. Anything else really pop? Yeah, Tesla up 6.5. Let me see something real quick. Whoops. There you are. Let me see something. So that's what's powerful, like for these stocks, because there's no zero DTEs. It's not like it's going to open up and bam. So this is something going into a new week, new month, where you take a look at the VEPS, make a move. Right now, what can you trade? The weekly, was it 4 days out or something? Obviously, with the close tomorrow. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't know how much I trust that move, to be honest. Dixie though, Dixie's gonna have to pop down there. Let's see if this thing's setting up some bull. Let's do a quick little workflow. It is. Yeah, it's definitely setting up some hidden and sitting right on top of reverse wave trend. Top side of the power mean band about 103.6. 103.6 classic rock. That bear div played out with the little pull. You can see the rejection right off the 33 power mean on bear div, right back. Got a wick down through the 33 power mean. Pulled back up, closed right at the reverse wave trend. Got a nice wick to the top side, pulled back. Now it's sitting right on top. I'm telling you, man, with that tight weekly, and you've already tested this wave trend on the daily. Come on, Dixie, wreck these bulls. I don't care, right? I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm trying to look at the VEPS and figure it out. Zero DTE options. Give me some of that. Big dog's out there raising hell. Guys, it's 90% humidity. Give me a break. Give me a break on the humidity. Still below reverse wave trend. I'm telling you, man, this thing has been below for a while. It's time for Dixie to pop its ass up here. Make a run at least, on the 5-day. Jesus, 106. That would really wreck these markets, man. Dixie makes a run the top side of this power mean band. Even the 33, 105. 2 points. It's a big move for Dixie. Is it worth it? No. Worthless shit coin. You could throw it. If Dixie was a crypto, you could throw it's like the 2000th ranked crypto. Shitcoin Central. Shitcoin Central. But it's got a massive military backing it. So what are you going to do? Disgusting. Disgusting. I'm just going to open up. VIX just going sideways. I'm telling you, Wednesday's going to be the day, man. Wednesday. If this, especially, this thing does not test these ranges. I'm talking SPY. When we get the day off to cool down, man, it's going to get real funny real fast. God, look at this 5-day candle. Holy shit, man. Like I said, it's going to close here shortly. Just is not sustainable. You can go back in time and look at the charts. You get outside these power mean bands, the returns mean revert. And the farther you get out, the more violent that mean reversion is going to be. It's not like it's going to be over a couple week period where it's just going to slowly drop. I don't know, man. You could get, especially the volatility in the market right now, which all the guys just you know, with the VIX, the implied volatility reads, right? They're pretty low. They are low indeed. But to be honest, that's why we took implied volatility, combined it with historical volatility, and have got it on percentile. These are the volatility reads that matter. I'll argue that with anybody that's just stuck on implied, stuck at just watching the VIX. Even the tasty trade guys are coming out. Not too many people are even looking at the VIX anymore. Most of the time lately, doesn't make any sense, right? Nothing's making sense. Pretty clear sign to trade the VEPS. I'm telling you. Let's go over here. What's this volatility? Wow, boy, that correlation dipped hard. Guys, I mean, there's a massive move coming though. And look, here's when you see the 2400 volatility, that's a screen line right here. This thing hasn't been expanded. I mean, people say, well, we've had big moves. No, not a big move when you see the 2400 expand and go to 100 percentile. That's the move. That's the move. And you can see it was up pretty high. It was all bearish, it's looking like. Let me see. Yeah, a little top side there. Yeah, it's been low, man. Look at this thing. It's buried. 0.75. Yeah. When this thing moves, it's going to move hard. Everything's contracting right now. Let me blow this up real quick. Yeah. I mean, you've got the two lower lengths contracting negatively correlated. This is definitely creating a doji on this new daily for sure. And it did on Friday. Excuse me. All right. Let's do a little. How far is that 4 hour out? Here's this bear div, man. On the open, right? I was even talking about it just crossed the zero mean. Just crossed the zero mean. This 4 hour wage trend. 432. Top side of the power mean band for almost 439. 39. Man, those puts are on sale. If this thing were to dump out, people bought those lotto tickets. It's going to pay off big time. It's going to pay off big time. Starting to even out a little bit. Well, let's see. What are the numbers here? Ooh, got a lot of people buying calls, man. Majority buying the 444s. Like I said, man, there's still only 37 cents. I don't think people are trusting it, though, man. You see here. Puts, 442s. Yeah, of course. They're buying the expected move. Which that's about it. It's like 444 and a quarter now. 442 to the downside. That's exactly where everybody's putting their money. See how this plays out over the next hour. It's going to change. That is for sure. Well, that's brilliant, genius. Of course it's going to change. No, man, this 4 hour bear div won't slam this thing down. It's a volatility doing. Negatively correlated, positively correlated. We got a mixed bag here. That's definitely going to create a nice doji. Got the low length expanding with grade, positively correlated. 981 contracting positive. Then you're kind of expanding a little bit negative. The correlation's breaking on the 2400. As I say that, I'm telling you, man, these ranges are calling for some action. All right, where the algo is going to be at. You start out the new day. Here's the bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace. Got a wick right to it. A little bit above, a couple pennies, and pulled her right back up. Firm test. Considering you've got the top of the weekly. There we go. We got our new 15-minute candle. Now they populated a little better. You've got the top side of the weekly right at the first support level in the daily volatility range. Right above the 1SD. Center of the weekly down by the top of the monthly. There's a lot of support here on the way down. I mean, I'm not even going to bullshit. This thing could round up to 444. All right. Easily. It's the top side of the 68.3, and there's nothing in here. I mean, you got the 4 hour 68.3 right there at about 443.84. But besides that, this is free range, man. This thing could just shoot right to it. Got nothing. This is what I'm looking for. What's going to happen right up here at the top side of the 4 hour 68.30? It's at 443.86. 84. My bad. 84. Gold. Wait a minute. Stretch out the back. Oof. Coinbase, huh? You guys hear these rumors about Gensler? He's toast, right? Guess there was an internal investigation. He's a crooked fuck, man. Who would have figured? I didn't know about his connection with FTX. I mean, how scammy is that? What the hell's going on? Crazy, man. Crazy. Everybody was excited, right? Oh, hey, Gary Gensler, man, he's pro crypto. How'd that work out? Come to find out, I think he's a little crooked.
I mean, he's pro corruption.
Yeah. There you go.
He's a corruption pro.
Yeah, for sure, man. 100%. Yeah, look at that. So you get the wick down to the bottom side of the 68.30. That candle pulled up, closed right above, shot up. You can see though where it started. It gapped down right to the center of the daily, right? And then boop, got a little wick down, pulled it up. Tell you, man, these bears are going to push down hard. They're going to have to. Shit needs reset, man. These bulls have been running off the chain for a bit. Time to bring everybody back. We need a little levity. Let's see.
Did you see that story that the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF was getting the nicks from the SEC?
I did see that.
That made me chuckle.
Well, now SEC's what's that damn score? ESG score or whatever's going to go down. I mean, how scammy is all this corporate shit going on? What the hell, man? Hey, you do our bidding, we'll give you money. It's just blatantly out in the open. It's crazy as shit. Pretty crazy stuff, man.
Absolutely.
We are in a wild time right now. We are in a wow. 442s. What do we got? The 442s are only 21 cents. What are the 442s? Yeah, well, that is nuttier than a fruitcake, man. Nuttier than a fruitcake. Day before the holiday, they're going to get people set up in some bad positions today, I think. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to ring the cash register. What do you do? Did he buy calls? Did he buy puts? What's he doing? That's one thing I don't do is give signals. All you got to do is listen. Right? This is the VRE, and I'm stoked in the chat. I see people setting up that VRE. Appreciate that. I wasn't around. I saw African, saw Yasha, everybody helping them. It's a great indicator, man. Great indicator. We just got to get the overlay with the normal and Laplace distribution. Where if you haven't done that yet, we'll get you set up. We'll help you out. I'm pretty free today. I got a little chainsawing to do, but other than that, just don't rain. Now it's all cloudy. I was supposed to get 2 days of sun. Dude, these storms have been just rolling through. Unreal looking too, man. You look at them on the radar, it's insanity. What are those Doppler towers? We got a big one just north of us. And this storm, I mean, dude, it was crazy. It looked so man-made, I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, what is going on? Are they actually controlling the weather?
Yo.
Since Vietnam, newsflash.
I give you some serious information.
Oh, dude, they've been controlling the weather for decades. Everybody's like, you're a conspiracy theorist. I'm like, okay. They have technology to control natural disaster, weather, all kinds of shit.
Yeah. So for $5 million worth of satellite power, you can put rain on any African country you want, and you can make sure the typhoons or these systems that are making all the other villages outside of your borders wrecked, like flooding them, you can push that thing away. it's scary stuff, and people experiment with it and show the government and say, "Tell me what your weather report says." I thought it was a joke. I
Right.
honestly thought it was a joke until I saw the weather and I was getting headaches and stuff like this. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. It's we live in crazy times. Crazy times.
I think I think they do it in Dubai. They make it rain there. Otherwise, that place is going to be covered in sand in like a week. So
Yeah.
They force it to rain there.
Yep.
They spend billions of dollars to make it rain.
Did they?
Yeah, so there's two ways to do it. There's seeding, which is where they drop like particles in the air, and then all the dust collects on that, and the hydrogen can pick up on it.
Yep.
Then there's ones where they do it with radio frequencies from satellites, low orbiting satellites, and it makes a grid. And it's like microwaves. You're just vibrating those particles to touch each other. Then you can cause the reaction.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know about HARP. I mean, they literally boil the atmosphere. It's insane.
Yeah.
Let me see here. But yeah, they can definitely make it rain. Hell, they were doing it during the Vietnam War big time. Trying to flush people out of tunnels and whatnot. We do. This is a 11-dimension simulation that we have all been dropped into. I think we are the game operators. The entire universe that we know is running on code. It's like the same code that runs internet browsers, self-correcting code. This is what they're finding, smashing atoms together. It's just insane. Everything's just running on code. Who the hell built the code? I think we did. It's like if we're fucking playing a game. Let's trap ourselves up in this dimensional simulation and let's see who gets out first. Who knows, man? And that doesn't discredit the creator at all. All right. There is a divine creator. But everything in this realm is just built to just separate people. Politics, religion, sports, name it. Every damn thing. It's crazy. Pretty crazy. Fun though, right? I need a joystick.
Hello, this is ChatGPT.
Oh, jeez. that creepy ass laugh. That's some good shit. That is some good shit right there. I know we had some soundboard requests. Saw people, anybody, hey, you want some sound? You want to run the soundboard? Jump in the Discord. It's freely available. Just don't get too out of control. Yasha will mute you. Yasha's a controller. Or Matt, who I see is in the chat. He's moved in. Good man. Happy. I'm happy.
In the chat.
Still hasn't sent me any pictures. Thought we were friends. I don't know, man. It's all good.
Man. I know.
It's all good.
I feel the pain, man. I feel the pain.
You kidding me? You want pictures of my place? Look at your place, man. You got the freaking pictures.
Yeah.
Beautiful where you live.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, man. I got to get these problem trees down, or it's gonna be ugly. I heard it during when that fucking tree snapped. Oh my god! But I'd never finished that story. Like the front of that storm, there was like 100 mile an hour wind at the front of it that just came through like all of central Indiana, and holy shit, there was hundreds of thousands of people without power. There were stoplights in like the most congested part of the city that were down for like 3 days. I mean, just the traffic, the congestion. It's crazy. And then you see shit like that happen. What if we really had a problem? What if the grid really went down for an extended amount of time? 3 days, people would be eating each other.
Well, never forget New Orleans.
Yeah, dude. It doesn't take much. People be like, oh no, I know that guy. He'd never do that. I'll tell you what, man. You would be surprised what a man would do to try to feed his children and keep them safe. I'm telling you, man. You turn good men into animals real fast. For sure. That's why I don't trade silver and gold anymore. I'm a long-term lead stacker. How to stack the lead. Because I hunt, right? You know, you got to hunt. You got to feed yourself. Like the neighbor.
Who's led?
Your favorite trading community AI chatbots. And I have something to say.
Let's hear it.
It's better to burn out the dumb money's cash with fast liquidations than to let them fade away with a long, slow bleed. Also, Matt sent me pics.
Great. Oh, I get it now.
Chad GBT, we found out she's a liar. He's a liar.
Wow. He knows I'm close. I can come get him. You can send Yasha pics of the new.
Drive on out for 4th of July.
That'd be fun. I'll jump on my bike. Blah, ride the bobber. About how many miles is it? Not that far. I think you're only like 8 hours or something. Pretty sure you're only about 8 hours. All right. Getting a nice little doji on this 15-minute on SPY. Let's check out this volatility. Oh, yeah. You got flat, negatively correlated on the low length, contracting positive on the 981, contracting positive on that just flipped too on the 2400. Yeah, that's why we're getting this nice little doji. Here is the 15-minute wave trend, 441. Where was the top? God, I got the hiccups. Excuse me. Where's that again? 440. Huh. Telling you, man, I like the center of the weekly, top of the monthly for a test here at some point. Doesn't have to happen today. Indeed, does not have to happen today. And the bulls are going to fight for their lives. The bears are going to have to come in, shake them down, throw them up against the wall, rough them up a little bit. Let me see here. Look at this 15-minute, though. This thing is just hovering below the zero mean. Hovering below the zero mean. Is there, I mean, you got a little bit of hidden starting up here, right? Lower low. No, you actually don't, man. This 15-minute chart's pretty damn clean, but when you're below the zero mean, gotta be careful. There's some hidden on the freaking low length Z-score. Total random walk on the 15. Total random walk. And that was coming from the last trend on the 15-minute was the market open on Friday and that nice gap up that just wrecked the shit out of the bears. Let's have a party, they said. Yeah. Yep. And to be honest, man, considering there is a holiday tomorrow, it shocked me for this thing to just be chilling. This thing literally, especially, look at it. Tight daily range above the bottom side of the 68.3. Bears are going to have to push through that to come test these levels. You're going to need a volatile move, man, because the bulls are going to be waiting. Trust me, they're going to be waiting right there. I'm going to have to pound them. Not the British pound. The hammer pound. The volatile pounding. Oh, interesting. Silver trying to break back up above 23. Silver and gold. Oh, people just get so hyped on it. Oh, well, we're going to need it. We're going to need it. For what, man? Industry? I mean, trust me. If the shit were to hit the fan, God, it's going to be bartered. People are going to be bartering. They're not going to want silver. They're not going to want gold. They're going to want food. They're going to want water. They're going to want ammo. They're going to want... What do you got? All right, Bears, what are you going to do here? I'm trying, man. Another 15-minute candle. Down. Let's go over on the RMLR. Pull this down. What's that, 4 hour? Let's turn on the low length. Let's see where this pup's at. Jesus, guys. I'm telling you, man. When it does, when SPY pulls back, it's gonna get interesting. Whoops. Power mean won't populate. Let's redo this. Back to the 4 hour. Come on, where are you at? Where are you at, Power Mean? Show me your power. There we go. It's right there. 436, huh? Where's the 30 at? Above. Interesting. About this daily. Tiny man, this thing is way out of bounds. Way out of bounds. Look at the daily, though. That's a 7. Jeez Louise. Let me see where this 33, this Power Mean comes piling in at really low. 427. Jeez. That'll reset everything. If it happens. Bulls are going to be relentless and try to push this thing. That's why it's going to get real dangerous for them at some point here, because these ranges are going to get tested. They always do. That's why I'm always very confident. It's just nailing down when. Win. Welcome to Web 3. The wins. That is wild. Need to pop all the way up here. So I pull back at. That would make a lot more sense, man. Oh boy, they are pushing. And on this 5-day candle, literally up here above the 1SD right now. 1SD is at 441 and a quarter. 441 and a quarter. And remember, right? I mean, this candle's closing when? 2 hours and 57 minutes. 68.3% chance.
That was for 33.
What's that?
Sorry to interrupt. Was that the same number that we earlier looked at? Or was that like the option price or whatever was 33 cents? Now you just said it's
the 441s. Hell, right now they're a nickel.
What's a nickel? Is that 15?
No, 5 cents. Yeah, 5 cents.
Right.
Literally, I mean, buying those 441 puts right now costs you what? $5. $5. Not too risky. But you look on the VRE. You look on the freaking VRE, and I mean, I'm telling you, man, you got the bottom side of the 68.3 in the daily range. The bears want this action down here. They're gonna have to push hard because it's definitely balls in the bulls' court as long as they keep that buy pressure on. As long as they keep that buy pressure on. How long though, man? Nothing lasts forever. We know this. Gold's popping, huh? Chad Dixie, man. Dixie down now? Yeah, now Dixie's down. Dixie gets trapped up under that weekly. Trouble. Jeez, look at that candle. I'm going to be a bit surprised what's Bitcoin doing. Bitcoin's got to be pumping. Take a quick peek here. Oh, yeah. Back up, what, 30.7? Solana doing? Down a little bit. 1915. SOL. It's good to see Solana back up there near $20. I mean, at this point, Dixie could drop to this first support level or the 1SD down here before it gets a little relief. Bounces back up. That's a good move. If Dixie ranges in between the 1SDs, that's powerful for Dixie, man. Powerful. Already nailed the top side. Wick right to it. I first found support on the bottom side of the 68.3. Let's see what happens with this 15-minute candle. See if it pulls back up. I mean, there's daily. There's a 68.3% chance a daily candle closes above 102.8 and below 103 area. 103 area. Beautiful. Any cryptos ripping crypto. Jesus. What the hell? What happened to Bonk? 81% down. Oh, I think we had a sell-off. Oh boy, I'm glad I sold that Bonk for 400 SOL when I did. I saw somebody talking the other day. They never did it. They didn't even know they had the airdrop.
You win.
Had like 2 billion of them or something. Wow. I had like 3.2 billion. and at the peak was worth 800 SOL, and then my dumbass went to bed. It's a free airdrop. I really didn't even care. I was a little bit in disbelief. What scam is this? What is this shit? I was afraid to even touch it. Then I see other people selling it, and I'm like, what? This thing's listed? What is this? Well, went to bed.
It's a scam.
That's why you take your profit on a free airdrop. 800 Solana. 800. Well, I took 400. When I woke up, it dropped 50%. I was like, oops, sell or swap. Swap is the good term. Love that cryptocurrency. Love that crypto. It is the future.
But aren't you amazed that you could pull 400 Solana out of a free airdrop? Like, who in their right mind invested 400 Solana to get you that fee?
Bro. Insane. That's a good point. All right. Yeah. Somebody was on the other side there going, hey, Bilbo, I'll take that 3.2 billion in bonk, because bonk. Remember, I was like, all right, give me your 400 SOL, you dumbass. I'll take it. That's what's great, man. There's always somebody on the other side of your trade. Pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Now looking at bonk, that thing is just crushed. Let's see this nastiness. Big sell off. Yeah, let's get off that. That just fried my whole chart. Traditional. Sorry, buddy. There we go. Get back on something worthy. Still haven't hit that top side of the 68.3 on the 4 hour. Little bitty white line right there. Only thing holding us down from running right to the top side of the daily. 444.86. 444s are still 37 cents. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Oh, well, that didn't take long. All right, now you got the 443 calls at 87, 444 puts at 87. Everything balanced out real nice. Oh, look at that. The 443 strike. You have literally got 77.7K on the call side, 76.5K on the put side. Yeah. Got the bulls and the bears. They're just staring each other down, pointing guns at each other. Who's going to win? Who's going to unload that clip first? About to find out. To be honest, man, it wouldn't shock me for this thing to run to the top side of the 68.3 and reject from there. But when we're talking about weekly and monthly, you got to give it some time. Got to give it some time. First day of the trading week with a holiday tomorrow. I don't know, man. Like I said, this thing.
68.3?
What's that?
What was that 68.3? What was that 68.3 again? I'm trying to correlate your chart with my chart because the color code is a little different. So
right.
Is it 443?
The top side of the 4 hour is right now 443.84. And then the daily is 444.83, about a point above it. That's how I got mine set up. The dailies are the white cross lines, and the 4 hours are just the skinny white lines, solid.
I think mine come across as purple, so it's
okay.
It's a little different.
Let me see here. Yeah, it's just going to be a weird week with being closed tomorrow. Are the futures? No, the futures probably open. Yeah, of course. Give him a chance. Let's see, Dixie. What are you going to do over the holiday? Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday going to be real fun. I'm really interested about gold. Gold rejects on that monthly level. We could get some real new lows. Thought 1883 was the low. Or 93? Yeah, 93. Let me take a peek real quick. Where was that? Hey. Whew, look at that wick. Jesus. Yeah, there it was right there. I was talking about this setting up the cross. Sent a wick right to the reverse fissure on that low. And I was calling that literally from the top. It was almost at 2100. I was like, yeah, this is not sustainable. You can see it happens all the time. Look at the last time it happened. That 5-day candle, right? This one right here, wick right to reverse wave trend. Right to reverse wave trend. Then pulled back up hard and then dumped it out down to the 99 log MA. Got to the downside here. Whoop, right back up reverse wave trend. Rejected off the let me see something here real quick. Is that the 99? Yes, that is a 99. Then rejected again. Boop, reverse wave trend. Outside, top side of the power mean band. Boop, reverse wave trend. Back outside again. Boop, reverse fissure. And wave trend. It's getting ready to do that little cross. Let me see something real quick. This is the 21 day. 33 is at 1875. Almost got a wick down there. Almost got a wick down there. Yeah, it's not like I'm a gold hater, but the charts are the charts, man. The charts are the charts. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, if anybody's interested in them puts, boy, they're on sale. Now you're paying for calls. Yeah, it's just all over the place. Sucking premium, pushing premium all over the place. 442 is 11 cents. Wow. 11 cents, huh? But cool. 1951 is that reverse wave trend. But you're dealing with this 9 log MA too. I mean, you got to wick up into that power mean right there. Pulling back inside the 9. I'm telling you, man, this power mean band on the daily, this thing is bearish. Very bearish. Indeed. Already tested the cross back here. When I say that, it's reverse fissure, reverse wave trend. Did I know that was a thing? Nope. Not until we made them. Not until we made them. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot better than a damn death cross and golden cross and using lagging indicators. There's no doubt about it. Just better. You can trust it. That it will, at some point, test these areas. Whew, man, oh man. On the daily, gold is setting up some massive hidden bear too. With that bearish power mean band. It's a 2-day flip. Might just be the daily now. Coming back up on the 2-day, right at that reverse wave trend though. If this thing does want to flip. Kind of a good area for gold just to chill. 1890 low. Reverse wave trend 1937. That's what he got. Shit, about 80-point range. Jesus. That thing can go anywhere. The 4-hour. Ooh, nasty 4-hour candle. Nasty. Bear div all over, man. Bear div. Wick right too. So on the 4-hour, that wick went a little bit, just got by. Reverse fissure a little bit, now pulling back outside the power mean band. 1920 area again. Probably incoming here real hot. Real hot. And you're below the monthly range. Gold, I'm telling you, man. That dump on gold's going to have trouble for a while, probably. Like I said, you're probably going to hover around 1900 for a bit. But if I was a gold investor, that low, that'd have been a good area. It would have been a good area to buy a little gold. I'm not talking about trading it. I'm talking about if you're buying it because you think we're going to have a zombie apocalypse and you're going to be able to buy toilet paper with gold chips. Good luck. That's what cracked me up during the pandemic. Dude, I literally saw grown men fist fighting in Costco over toilet paper. I've told this story before. It's just madness. I'm just going in for dog food. All right? The shit hit the fan. The last thing I want is toilet paper. I don't give a crap. No pun intended. These guys are fighting over toilet paper. Well, if you ever been in Costco, you know where the paper is back here. It's back by the dog food. So there's a line of like 100 people, and I'm just cruising by. I'm going for the dog food, and you hear people, oh, he's trying to cut. This little fat guy jumps in front of my cart. He's like, you need to get in line. I'm like, I'm going to get dog food. Yeah, sure you are. I was like, all right, buddy, here's your first shot across the bow. Get out of my way so I can go get my dog some food. I just rammed him with my cart and knocked him on his fat ass. Just walked by him, grabbed 2 bags of dog food, and on the way back, when he's trying to get his little fat rump off the concrete, I was like, I told you I was just going to get dog food. People, man, you're fighting over toilet paper. Just think if the grid really goes down for an extended amount of time. It's going to be like a total freak show.
Locals were the man from Nantucket, whose low variance was correlated, till the moment he heard the fat tail say the word, so he took profits with his little bucket.
Yeah, it's all about filling the little buckets. Indeed. Last week on those 0 DT options. Bam, bam, bam. What was that profit last week? It was like almost 1K or something. Almost 1K. Jesus, man. Put side is on sale. I mean, to be honest.
Steroids, man.
Yeah.
Those things are like trading on steroids. Seriously.
Yeah. We have this thing leveled out big time now. Leveled out big time. I mean, at the 1SDs. Jesus, at the 1SDs, calls and puts are 3 cents. You got to tighten. The expected move tightened up to about a point. I mean, we're talking like a little bit under 443, barely under 444. It's about, 1.5 point spread right now on the expected move. That's why you can see everybody piling in right there too. The 443 strikes getting all the action, man. Both sides are almost at 100K. What are we? Half hour in the market open? That'll be up there. I bet that baby's at about, who knows, man, 200-300K by midday here. They're just jumping. Donk, 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 donk. Then you go out on these wings. What are the 20 deltas? Yeah, pretty much it's right there. Where are you at? Where's your 20 delta? Little booger. Yeah, right at the expected move. Man, oh man. It's about where the 20 deltas are at. Let's get it over. All right, anybody? Let me get in the. There we go. Let me read this.
Just checking something here. Back on the Tesla, right? If you look at your VRE, it's now saying that on 15-minute candles that it's 2 standard deviations over the weekly.
Let me see. Let me get on Tesla. There you are. Oh yeah, this thing's running, isn't it? Yeah, man.
Sanity check me.
Yeah, that is the second standard deviation today. You can see. So, like right now, 95.4% chance Tesla's data set does not close above what, 282.5. 282.5. Or no, 282.45. Yeah, close enough. And that's exactly, look, you got this 15-minute candle wick, boop, pulls right back inside the 2SD. And that's also 95 for Laplace. Is right there too. So you got the 95.4 is the second standard deviation normal distribution. And the 95 for Laplace, they're pretty much right on top of each other. Tight daily range, no brainer, obviously. But then you got the top of the weekly right down here at 258.67. Good Lord. Is this going to get tested at some point? Yeah, man. And there's the top of the monthly. Right in this area. Center of the weekly would test both. Real nice. 255. Tell you what, man, if I was like going out, let's have some fun real quick. Let's go to Tesla. Let's go July 21st. What is that? 18 days out. Let me see something real quick. What's a 255 strike at? Let's see here. Wow, man. Dude, you can buy a 255 put right now for $5, $500. That thing could be worth a fortune if it dropped down there. I mean, out the money right now is 15. Got me thinking now. I would probably, this is one of those things where knowing where this is at, that's probably one of the times where if I was gonna, I'd probably buy that put premium, man. I don't know if I'd sell. Because that's a massive move. I mean, we're talking almost 30 points. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching. I'm not actually
Right.
taking any of that. I'm just sitting here watching it. I'm just learning the tools, right? So I'm making sure I can read the tools before I do anything.
Yeah, 100%, man. And is there earnings on the 21st too? Am I crazy? Where the hell? Hold on here. Let me go out here to the 21st.
Yeah, this month is like tech earnings, so all those calls are going to be like a lot more expensive than they normally are. Because I think that the week of the 20th, around there, all the big seven are like closing.
Right. Yeah, this volatility is going to kick up.
How do you pre-plan for that? Would the quarterly contracts also get expensive because today or this week's contracts are getting expensive because there's a public holiday involved? Like, does this happen all the time? Can you profit off of just buying an options contract and knowing that the public holiday is going to make it more expensive, hopefully in your direction?
Oh no, they were more expensive last week. The market's already taking into account the earnings play. So if you looked at it last week, if you looked at like Google, Microsoft, Apple, right? Those calls between like the week before and then the week of earnings, it's like a 300% increase jump on price. So the market's already taking earnings into account. So that means if the earnings go the wrong way, you're pretty much screwed. Right? So earnings is like, you got to have like some balls of steel, basically. If that goes the wrong way, you're just going to lose all your money.
At the 1SD at 240, definitely more action on the put side. And that's for the July 21st expiration. Well, not a lot, but it's there. Where on the top side, there's only 1.3. Huh. Interesting indeed, man. This is going to be it's going to turn into a shit show is what's going to happen. Who's going to pick the right side? That's why trading low time frames is the way to go all day. Obviously, everybody doesn't have that opportunity.
Low time frames, I'm just still testing out that VRE, right? And I was actually on Google right before Tesla, and I was watching on the 1 minute time frame, watching basically the market battle it out on the first resistance.
Let me see here.
On the daily.
We got Goog.
Go to Google C class. C class, not A class. So it's take it down to that 1 minute time frame. You can see that those candles are just dancing at that first support.
This is definitely set up bearish.
15 minutes.
Definitely set up bearish.
Closing right below it. So the 15-minute candle closed below that first support. So it's taking a race down.
Got the new monthly up here. Got a weekly down here. Google get trapped right in this area. for a while. If it breaks down below this weekly, you got a daily centered like right between weekly, monthly. I mean, the daily isn't. No, it is. Daily is right between the weekly and the monthly range. If Google closes down here and then you get the new dailies populating below the weekly, ugly for Google.
Google right now is not in a good position, like
Mm-mm.
from a fundamental standpoint. Before we even get into distribution, they're just because they're lagging behind everybody else in that tech sector for this AI boom that's going on. So the market is kind of taking that into account.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, definitely assets are
Yes.
priced in terms of what is likely to happen. That's for sure.
There we go. Yeah, agreed. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Da, 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 da. Here comes the sun. It's all right. Oh, nice. Nice James Bond little meme there. Okay. Futures close. Reopened Tuesday night at 6. I wasn't aware. Let's see how they throw this down. It's going to be interesting, man. Like I said, this market could chill today, man. It really could. God, man, that expected move is just tightening up every minute on SPY. It's literally just barely over a point wide. You don't see that often. I think it's tight. Goodness. Let's see here. What's setting up on these low time frames? I mean, even on the 4 hour, top side of the power mean band. Jesus. Top side of the power mean band is like a little bit under 439. Let's see if this says drop. It's starting to creep up above. Yeah. Any higher high here is just setting up, depending on where the data set goes. I mean, still a lower high over here. Definitely setting up some hidden bear. But you get a little pump here above, 444.5 or something. But that's, you're dealing with this 9 log MA, top side of the power mean band. Once you get back in it like this, now you're under the 9. I mean, win test. Here's the 33 at 442, reverse wave trend 441.25. This is on the 15-minute chart. Not asking for much, but therein lies the problem. Got all this. Bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace on the daily and the daily range, which first 15-minute candle of the day. All right, on the little pre-market opened right at the center of the daily, got a wick to the bottom side of the 68.3. Now since then, 2 15-minute candles wick down to the top side of the daily. It's going to be tough for the bears to break through this. Indeed. Not saying they can't. What's the volatility reads look like? They low, man. I'm telling you, dude, get a move here soon. Volatility is low. I mean, low length's at a 60, but look at the 981 and the 2400, really low. The grade's up here. Grade's running with the low length. And just look at the returns oscillator just hanging around the zero mean. It's like the catch me if you can, girl. Or catch me outside, girl, whatever the hell that was.
Catch me outside. How about that?
How about that? Catch me outside. You wonder why this country's so fucked up.
You know that girl's rich now too, right?
Oh,
That?
sure. 100%.
It's like something like $15 million or something like that. Something looks stupid.
It is stupid. It's ridiculous.
How about that?
You try to catch me outside. I'll be in my Bentley.
Yeah.
You know, it's not YOLO, it's YODO. Because you live every day, but you only die once.
Wow.
Cheerful thought for Monday morning.
Food for thought. Let that settle in the data bank.
You're trying to mean revert quotes here, and they make sense in reverse as they do forward, right? Depends if you're an optimistic or pessimistic person or something like that. I think Yoda.
I think Yodo is very optimistic.
Guys,
it's like live every day like it's your last, because you know.
Did you just see what happened on the 15-minute? That low length volatility was just at like a 66. We got the new open, bam, just fell off a cliff. Look at the Laplace bands, starting to squeeze the price action right here. Implosion. This is like the little sub that couldn't do it, starting to implode. What a shit show that was. Total distraction from all the corruption going on. It's okay. Was there even anybody on the damn thing? Was there even anybody on the sub? Dude, we live in clown world. You can't believe shit you see on the news. Let me see here.
You are not getting money back.
God, everything.
Get out of my way.
Yeah, there's a pop coming for sure here. Low time frame. And from what I'm seeing, this thing's ebbing flowing into a dump. Because look, when volatility falls off a cliff and it's at the top side of being positively correlated, the only thing this thing's got to go, if the other two volatility reads are pretty low, and they're getting ready to break the zero threshold here to the top side. You get low length, you get some low length expansion. I mean, we just got this 15-minute candle. Let's see if this thing just chills and then expands on the next candle in the correlation break. That's what I'm talking about. The bears to be able to run this thing down through those areas, that's what it's going to take. That low time frame expansion. And if it does break down through there, let me see, where is the reverse wave trend for 41.5? Yeah. So the reverse wave trend on the 15-minute is right at the top of the weekly range and right at the first support level on the daily. Bam, right there. And volatility's low. I mean, just crushed. Crushed. About the 33-minute. It's been low. Yeah, and look at the 2400 up here hanging. Look at the 981 fell off a cliff. I was like, what is that 981? So you got the 981, 525 low, 2400 hanging high, which is where you get that expansion. Low length going to shoot right back up here. What am I seeing here? Significantly negatively correlated. 981 have been flowing into a little dump. Flat volatility negative. Yeah, we're getting a nice doji. But now the 33 is inside the power mean band. Look at this cross. This cross happened right down here. Wave trend 439. Let's get some 439 action. Let's wreck these bulls, man. They've been they've been getting all the fame. Time to slam them. Time for these algos to run the train. Run the train. Oh, I see Chris is muted. Any reason? Was there some noise or something? All you got to do, Chris, if you want to talk, just get in the chat and just say, hey, I'm ready to talk. Yeah, it's all good. Assume it's on Twitter, less social media than before. Nice. Yeah, let's click the rocket icon. Why not? Hell, I haven't even done it. Ooh, I was second one.
Yo. So if you subscribe, everyone, I found this the other day. If you subscribe and you're on TradingView, and I think if you have the tools, click on the little notifications bell that you see on Bilbo's screen here on the right where it says Mess 1. You click on that, and then it will automatically push you to the link on TradingView where we are watching currently live right now. Yeah, that one. It pops up for me there. That's just your notifications to say, maybe you get it. There you go. Bang.
Yep.
So it's easy to know when we're starting, when we're not, what the situation is, and where the rocket icon is if you're looking at
yes. Exactly.
Much love, much power.
Follow the Alpha Trading account on TradingView. Why not? Good stuff. I mean, we are definitely been moved into the featured streams. So it's good. It means people are watching, which is what we want. We're not selling anybody anything, right? We got free trials. We got all that. We want you to learn the basics of volatility trading first before you come in and spend a dime. First thing you're going to notice, though, unlike anybody else, we don't have affiliate links, nothing like that. We're not doing any of that. We're not trying to on-ramp people onto exchanges. All foolishness. All right, we're not putting any pressure on anybody. I would rather people come in, get the free volatility starter pack, do a little bit of paper trading, or low contracts. You know, if you want to get some skin in the game, just play around with it. But the best case scenario is you take a break. You don't trade. You just chill. You learn without putting the pressure on yourself and on losing money. That is the way I would be doing it for sure. So yeah, hit the rocket icon. Definitely follow us. If you want any assets looked at, pop it in the TradingView chat or come in the Discord. You want to interact? We're not like these other guys. You can come in. You can speak freely, man. We can even debate. We got, if there's some traditional TA people out there, if you want to make a case for your strategy or whatever, it's like I always say, if you have a strat that works, great. If you're profitable using lagging indicators, guarantee it, you're taking your profits. You're limiting your losses. It's the only way to build a P&L, for sure. You can't sit in losing positions, period, the end. That's where the ego. I'm not getting out of this position. I'm going to stick. I don't care if I get liquidated. And then when you get liquidated, you're crying on Twitter. Manipulation. Yeah, you manipulated yourself. You played yourself, man. You played yourself.
Yeah, Bilbo, can I please ask? I know this sounds silly, but I'm just going to say I might be, as people would consider, Jewish when it comes to paying transactional fees for no reason. So what I've been able to figure out is, let's say I have $200 worth of options money to mess around with, okay? And I'm looking at current Bitcoin. I can only get access to Bitcoin. It doesn't really matter. But I'm looking at today's prices on Bitcoin, but the quarterly contracts are within my budget to buy and sell, okay? And by the looks of things, on volatile days, the quarterly contracts can make or lose $2, $3, $4, okay? And now what I'm thinking in my head is all I'm really doing is right now I'm spending $200 for the buying power of one Bitcoin. And when it moves, let's say within the 1 minute on that funny, on the Laplace distribution coin I have, let's say it moves from the bottom side to the top side. Is it a reasonable thing to think that I can trade and I can take profit, that there's going to be liquidity? Is it even viable? Are the fees more expensive than the range? What are the things that I'm thinking that I'm getting wrong here? Trying to do 0 DTE, but with quarterly contracts because I can't afford 0 DTE. Let's say on some coin.
Well, the 0 DTEs are actually pretty damn cheap, man. Like you can, I'll give you a good example real quick. Let me get on this account.
Thanks.
Like say, like right now, 442 puts are 10 cents today, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, 422s are 65 cents. Yeah. The 0 DTEs, that's why everybody's playing them, or people are starting to play them more. Because, man, it's like you make the right call in using the VEPS. You especially, dude, this is like my time. Beginning of a new week and beginning of a new month, it's going to get really volatile.
Perfect.
So that's why if I'm trading any far out expirations at all, and I usually won't do any. I'm either trading 0 DTEs or I'm going to get into a position like 45 days out, exit the position 21 days in. Just there's always liquidity. You get in the position 45 days out, you're going to get filled immediately. Bam. 21 days, you're not going to have a problem getting out of the position. The longer you wait, the harder it is to get filled, big time. And I'm not into marketing, right? I want to throw limit orders in. 100%. So to answer your question, if I'm getting in to longer expirations, I'm looking for either some defined risk trades or selling options. But selling options, you need a massive account, or you're going to be using a high percentage of it, like I showed the other day. Like if you're selling puts or selling calls in one of these indexes that far out, it's going to cost you anywhere in between probably $10,000 to $20,000 in buying power. If you only got 25,000 in your account, are you going to use that on one trade? Woof, you're dicking around a fire there, big time.
Can I ask? My brain hasn't sort of wrapped itself around all the other variables, this gamma and stuff, or it has, but tied it all to the contract that I'm buying. Now, I do know that there's like an undefined risk one is like more green for you because you're taking on more risk. Okay. Now, does that mean, so that example you explained, they said it was an undefined, you're betting that the price is going to go down. So it's an undefined one of those, and you've spent 10 grand buying this thing. Do you need, let's say you had 25 grand, do you need an additional 15 grand to service the fees or whatever can come into the effect that number that you've already paid? If it goes against you, I understand. But if it's going for you, do I have to like service that trade? Do I have to spend whatever percentage in a day, an hour, 8 hours of my 15 grand that's real money that's outside just to service this trade? Or are these options, they're like American style options, I guess, or are all those fees just combined into the contract on certain options? Like the undefined risk is all combined, then the defined risk, you spend your $30, do I still have to service it? Or
No,
are all those fees already worth it?
No, dude, that's what premium is all about. You're paying a premium, right? Or you're selling a premium. So if you're selling options, or you're buying options, the premium is built into the strike. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the fees on Tasty Trade are pretty damn low. It's actually really good, really good. So, I mean, to answer your question, I don't know. I mean, you buried me in thought, kind of.
Sorry. Okay, so defined risk, you don't have to service it. Undefined risk, you would have to have money outside in case it goes against you.
Oh,
yeah.
No. You're going to need a bigger account to sell options just because it's going to take more buying power to sell. When you buy premium, the only thing you can lose is the premium you bought. So if you sell, your losses are infinite, right? If you sell options, but you can set up like an iron condor, which is defined risk, right? You're literally, it's like you're selling a strangle but buying wings. So it kind of creates a defined risk.
Yes. So you're not making money inside of it, you're making outside of it, and you just manage whichever side is most profitable.
Here, let me show you.
One that's losing.
So even like on 0 DTEs, I'll give you a good example. Say, where's the 20 at? Or not even that. We're going to go out. I'm going to go out to the August 18th, 46 days till expiration. Perfect entry on the 46. So say I want to get in a strangle. Let me see here. Boom, go. I'm gonna sell. Let's see here. Call side. The 20 delta is the 460, and that's right outside the expected move. That's the call side. The 460 call. Put side 20 delta is the 426. Wait a minute. One more. Get your butt down there. There we go. So that strangle 45 days out right now is going to take $7,146 in buying power. Now, say I was going to turn that into an iron condor, and I'm going to do a 3-point iron condor, which means if I'm selling the 426 put, I'm going to buy the 423 put. Wait a minute. Oops, I did that wrong. Hold on. Let me get rid of this leg. Delete leg. There it is. Okay. I'm going to buy the 423, and I'm going to buy the They don't have a 463, huh? I'm going to buy the 464 then. Hold on. Boom. Now,
yep.
turning that strangle into an iron condor, now it's only going to use $300 of buying power. But max profit on that trade is only $100, right? The percentage of profit is 56%, but percentage of getting 50% of that profit's 83%. So does that trade, would I want to get in that trade for, because I'm going to get out before the close, hopefully at $50 in profit. Is that worth my time? Is that worth even getting into the trade? Not really. Not to me. Not to me.
Okay, cool.
But it's a defined risk trade. All right, it's a defined risk trade. And just like buying verticals.
Can I ask this? How hard is it to, okay, so like everyone says, don't do the undefined risk one because if it goes against you, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we know where to manage our risk and we know when we're wrong. Okay, so what would be the fees? Let's say I spend $1,000 on a coin. It doesn't matter. I just spend $1,000. The tasty trade fees go through. The asset moves against me by $1, and I was just, let's say, my stop loss was if it moves against me by $1, I get out. What are those transactional fees? And how hard is it to get out? Can I get out? Like, how much have I lost? Like, how much have I lost? If I'm willing to lose, let's say $50, because I know that $50 is the $1 move, can I get out of this options trade quite easily? Is it going to be more than just my loss, my initial expected loss of $50 to get out of this options contract?
Like, yeah, but see, that's what you're not going
to.
If you're in like a 45, if you're in a 45-day trade and you're selling, I mean, you're not getting out of the position. Unless you're just taking your profit. It's like if the trade starts to turn against you and you're in a strangle, you can just turn that into an iron condor, right? You gotta protect yourself on and you can roll the untested side. Yeah. There's options is, and you're talking to somebody right now where I've probably been studying options for about 3 years. And sometimes I sound like I know what the hell I'm talking about, which I know a lot of the basics, but dude, I know people have been trading options for decades and they're still learning. I mean, you never stop learning about options. It is a massive rabbit hole. It really is. And you were talking about the Greeks. Dude, the Greeks, they're Greek to everybody. All right. I mean, it's, yeah, P-Funk, exactly. Damn, now it's the Greeks. Yeah, Greeks fry people's brain. Right? My favorite Greek, Delta. Delta. And so when you're managing a portfolio, your goal is to be Delta neutral. That's why we know the dictator. That's why he lost all his help. Which you remember Christ, that kid, that's a smart kid, man. When I took off trading futures Delta, he went the other way and he went options. Because there was only a few of the first 3 people. Maybe Yasha was in there. I don't remember for sure, but there was only a few people that got the volatility percentile in the beginning. And that's where he went the options route. I started working with correlation and going to trade Delta on futures. So it was kind of, we both took 2 paths. But he was trying to balance out the dictator's freaking portfolio because he was Delta heavy. And when I'm talking about Delta heavy, I mean like fucking way out of bounds. Just getting wrecked. And so Christ would manage his portfolio and tell him, look, we need to sell something. We need to get the Delta down, blah, blah, blah. And he just wouldn't do it. And that's when they had their little separation. And we all know what happened with us and them, with us and him.
Why would he want to be Delta heavy so that he can maximize?
Because he's crazy. He's just buying lotto tickets, man. Pretty much. Just buying premium, buying. And I'm talking on, that's okay if you're trading 0 DTEs, but he wasn't, man. He's trading like he's getting into positions far out and just buying premium, just blowing money. It's insane. It's insane. That's why if I'm buying anything out, it's like I'm looking for defined risk trades, right? Or I'm just straight up. If you have a big enough account, you sell. But like I showed you, that strangle is going to take $7,000 in buying power. I mean, dude, to do something like that, you need a big account, man. You need a really big account. Because if you're in that position, you're in a lot of others. I got to get more coffee. Yasha, is that GPT bot ready? It's 10:50. Here, give me a second. You guys continue to talk about the Greeks.
Alpha Trading GPT. Did you know that you can look at our old videos and see just how accurate our predictive quantitative analysis is? That's because we use leading information, which is what we have available thanks to the relevant maths of trading. What are the relevant maths of trading, you ask? That's easy. They are volatility, entropy, probability, and statistics, or as we like to call them, the VEPS. And did you know that you can try our VEPS tools for absolutely free? And what's more, you can even get free access to our volatility starter pack of indicators that even includes a chart that's pre-populated to make it as easy as possible for you or your better half to get set up quickly and start to learn to trade volatility, probability, and statistics. You're welcome. They're yours to use as long as you're in the Alpha Trading Discord. So stay in the Discord, or punk yourself. You're welcome. And once you have that free access, what you should do first is to learn the tendencies. Learn the chicken tendencies. Eat them up, yum. Because yes, volatility and correlation has a very reliable set of tendencies that affect and indicate the probable direction of price action. And after you learn the tendencies and you try the tools out good and proper, you can even get a 2-week free trial of more than a baker's dozen of our top premium trading indicators, including many of the indicators we show you right here in these live streams. Who loves you? We do. Do you think we cost too much? Fun fact, our indicators cost less buying a Starbucks coffee 5 days a week over a month. And when you get a 6 or 12-month subscription, you save even more. In fact, our indies are so cheap, some think they're not worth much. Well, that's where they're wrong. We price our indicators to be affordable, so that anyone who wants to learn to trade can afford to without spending an arm and a leg, or going broke just to cover the costs of the tools they use to try to make money as traders. That's because we're not like all those YouTube Jimmy schmucks who sell lagging indicator junk to their own communities, most of which are enormous compared to our small and powerful community of consistently profitable traders. We're not in the business of selling garbage. We're traders and we offer access to the best tools available to retail traders on the world's largest trading site, TradingView, because we can, and because it helps give people an actual, quantifiable edge. So come into our Discord. It's free to enter and learn. And we created the best educational info to learn how to trade the VEPS. Plus, we have the friendliest, most helpful group of traders, happy to help you learn to trade the VEPS. They'll answer your questions. Even if you want to know the standard deviation of your furry costume or the variance of your allegedly illegal fireworks. Alpha Trading. A better way to trade. And a better way to enjoy the mathematical hokey pokey.
Oh boy. Yep, you heard it here first.
She has what to say, bro.
Whoa. She's feisty. We're programming her correctly. Let's see.
Bringing the facts.
Yeah. Yep. Look at this 15-minute again. All right, we're wrapping up here. Yeah, it's volatility, man. Go back over here. Even that 2433 was coming down. Yeah, man, this thing's. Is this volatility just going to stay low on these low time frames the rest of the day, or are we going to get a pop? Toughy. Let's see the 90-minute.
Today's just a short day. When does the market actually close?
Good question. I'd have to look. I do not know for sure.
I think they said like 2 hours early, so I think Central Time. So that's like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and you can see it on.
Up to 4 p.m. Eastern Time today.
That's why this. The 5-hour candle says it closes in what, 2 hours? How the hell is that even possible? Is the market closing literally that early? What time, Yasha?
I think it's like
supposed to be 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
4 p.m. is like the normal time that it closes, and it's a shortened day today. And they said I think 2 hours. I think it's supposed to close at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. be 1 o'clock Central Time, my time. So we've got what?
Oh, right. Today is January 3rd. No, you're right. It's 1 o'clock, and then there's 1:15 for some options. You're totally right.
Oh, yeah. What the hell? I'm on UTC4? What time zone is this? New York. Yeah, I'm on the right time zone.
It is July 3rd. You are correct, Earth here. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's closing early. Yeah, which you can see right there in that 5-day candle. Interesting. Interesting indeed.
Everybody's barbecuing anyways, so there's probably this volatility probably ain't going to move anywhere, right?
I mean, in my opinion, if that volatility in the 15 does, it's going to be to the downside. We'll see, though. We will see. But like I said, I mean, this thing could go sideways. It definitely could all day. That's why I'm kind of hyped about Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday be a good day.
Everything I'm looking at, everything's in just random walk, right? And there's like no trend forming at all. So I think it's just going to do this all for the rest of the hour, rest of the open hours. And then on Wednesday when it opens, that's when the volatility will shoot into the market.
7th.
It's going to do that.
Let me look at this calendar real quick. Let's see here. What we got working on? Yeah, the 7th. 7th, It's out 4 days out. Jeez Louise. 38, 42 cents, huh? Jesus. 438. Where's the top of that monthly at? 39. It's a tricky booger, man. Tricky little booger. Expected moves at 440. I'm just looking towards the end of the week. You got a 7-point expected move range. 447 to the top, 440 to the bottom. 1 SD's at 437 and 449. Both. Then this is at the end of the week. 32 cents on the put side, 31 on the call side. But let's see something real quick. Go. Let's throw a, or no, you know what? Iron Condor. Bam. Let's see here. It's at 26. Need to move this. Need to move that to the 1 SD. This to the expected move. Bam. And what was that? 2.7, 37, 39. There we go. I mean, that's about the percentages you're looking for, but that's only $58 max profit for a Condor. But if I were to add this to like portfolio or something, I mean, that's not bad, man. 75% chance to get 50% of your profit, but we're talking boom. No profits. None. That's where you just up the game, right? You buy 5 contracts. Then we're talking about almost $300. But that's also going to cost you about almost $1,000 in buying power. I don't like it.
Well, also the brokerage will charge the service fees, right? And it'll be per contract too. So it's.
Oh yeah.
I use E-Trade, right? And it's like 50 cents per contract. So it's like so if you go out and buy 500 contracts, it's 50 cents times 500.
Yeah, $250.
Who do you use at via? Sorry.
E-Trade.
E-Trade.
That's the brokerage.
E-Trade.
They all depend. They're all different. Like TD Ameritrade, I think they actually have lower fees, but you got to be your brokerage account has to be funded at all times to take advantage of that. So.
Yeah, no, shut. I'm having a very hard time out here in Africa trying to find an active place that I can trade stock options on. They don't want to accept the goat traders and stuff. So, yeah, so I need to keep on hunting around. I can only find crypto ones. I want to trade the stock options because I have access to these cheap contracts.
I use E-Trade because their web portal, the option change is like super easy to read. You can tell where the strikes are, what the delta is, the implied volatility, everything really quick. It's just bang, 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 right?
Send me your referral link just out of my group, just for me, just to say that.
Yeah, I looked at all of them. I like Tasty Trade the best. I really did.
Yeah, I've been messaging Tasty Trade Jerry from Tasty Trade, asking if I can just have access to view the platform, because I have to register a company outside of Africa.
Right.
I have to make sure that I'm not a born Zambian, so I'm not a born Zambian, I'm a born South African. And then I have to confirm that I'm trading out of Zambia with the residency or permit saying that I live in Zambia, so that they know that I'm not a Zambian. So just for me to access, to see the information, it's been such a ball ache. But I do know that when I do start putting money through, I'm going to go and spend the $5,000 to get it registered so that I can trade options at 50 grand. That's not a problem. So that's sort of what I want to learn Tasty. I want to learn on Tasty so that I know how to trade this when I have the opportunity to trade on Tasty. So hopefully they give me that opportunity. So right now I just need to see if I can find an exchange that I can at least view this data on, so that when you're going like, oh, the 441s are 20 cents, and then we come back 45 minutes later, and then they're like $4 or whatever it was, I can go, oh, all these other numbers changed. Oh, okay. Bilbo, what does this mean if I went long here or I went short here with this kind of contract? So I'm needing a place to look for the pricings of these options. Anyway.
It'll come. Meanwhile, yeah, there's no div. I mean, everybody's sitting down. Everybody's chilling. We got the low length expanding positively correlated though. Let's see what happens here. Look at the 9-minute power mean band. Jeez, this thing is tight. Flipping too. It's going to keep rejecting here. I mean, look at these 9-minute candles. Woo! Something's got to give. Something's got to give. We're either going to see a little flush out. See what the 6 minute's telling us. Where'd this wick go on the 6 minute?
I think I'd point out the other day in chat, I think it was just a public chat, is that back to Warlord's question about like premiums and stuff. I forget which stock I was watching, but I saw it get above one of the supports, one of the standard deviations, and once it did that, once that 15-minute candle closed on that, premium got slapped right on the options chain, right on anything that's above on the call side. So I think that there's some calculations that go on that, if you had bought like 30 seconds earlier, it was like an 18-cent move. It was an 18-cent move, but the delta would have had to been, I think, probably 0.7 if you calculate it out, which delta was like 0.15. So there's just a lot of other things that you're just not going to see too. It's just.
So there's one of them that I forget which one it is, but let's say I buy a contract and then it's how much money you're making per $1 move. So I forget which Greek that one's called. Now, obviously there's going to be a whole bunch of reverse engineering for me to understand this, but the thing that I'm trying to hunt is that one, because the calculation, what I'm trying to understand and see if I'm right, is let's say that number is 15 cents, okay? It's usually the complete opposite side. So if the price is pumping, I'm looking for it to go short, right? And at a very, very low price. Technically, if it's hit the top of the price distribution cone, I'm looking at that options price down there at the bottom side of the price distribution. So when that thing is, let's say, 15 cents, and then the price action breaks outside of my cone, I'm looking for that, whatever that one is per dollar that I make, I'm looking for that thing to get to 10 cents, let's say. I buy it at 10 cents. As soon as the price action comes back and touches the top side of the cone, it should go back up to 15 cents. As soon as the price action comes inside the cone, then the bottom side of the cone is within the mathematical model. So then people will see interest in it and they'll start buying maybe at 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I don't know. But that is the number that I'm curious on.
The delta moves though too. So that's kind of, so it's, I always use it. I use the delta more as a break even, right? It's like it's got to go up or down X amount of dollars for me to break, right? That's how I use it.
Yeah.
But as you approach a break even, that delta is going to change. So there could be times where the delta break even, you got to actually go higher than what the delta is actually saying.
Yeah.
It's just there's more calculations. Like the delta just is not a static fixed number. So.
Okay.
But it's a pretty easy. I use the cost basis, right? The calculation I use, and I usually pop up my calculator on my computer. I'm like, so it's like you take your cost basis and then you subtract where it's currently at, the cost basis of where the option chain is currently at. Then you divide by the delta, and that's going to be how many dollars you have to move to hit your target.
Okay.
And that's just an estimation. That's not that. I'm not saying there's nothing scientific about that because that delta moves, right? So since that delta is a decimal, it's less than 1 typically, right? So if you divide by that number, that's the number that you're dividing by will increase.
Yeah.
So if you have 1 divided by 0.15, right? So I don't know that goes off the top of my head, right? 0.15. Like $6.67, right?
They run on top of each other? Yep.
Cost basis? What do you say?
So the cost basis that's the terminology I use. That's the terminology that I became familiar with. That's the cost of the actual option chain. So if you go into the options, I'll just share the screen right here.
Let me see here. I'll tell you what, man, these low time frames.
All right, so I put just this is how E-Trade's app looks. So you can see the strikes on the far right hand side, and then on the far left. So if you look at the 444 strike price, so that's the first one that's not in the money. So if you go all the way to the left of that, the bid and the ask, right? Those are the cost bases, right? That's bid is, they're asking for $5.75. Ask is asking for $5.77. The mid is like 5.76, right? But that is what I call the cost basis. So you can take that and then minus the current market, which is the fourth column, and then that'll tell you whatever move you got to do. And then there's the delta right there. The delta's out there in the eighth column.
Yeah.
So it's 54 cents, right? So for every dollar goes up, it goes up about 54 cents.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. That's like a very quick way just to snapshot and get rough estimates of the round numbers in your head. Okay, thanks for that. These are all things that I know. I appreciate that.
And when I first looked at this, I had no idea how to even read this, but it's really easy and intuitive the more you look at it.
Yeah. So this is E-Trade. Okay, cool. I'm gonna see if I can get registered and stare at this for the next 10,000 hours.
Yeah, it's going to take that. Let me see here.
So my general strategy also was, what I would be doing was I'd be looking at things that lose their premium, and then those are the options I would buy. You have to kind of dive that with the open interest, whether you can actually sell the stupid thing. Because if open interest is 0, you can't sell it. Nobody buy it, right? But my entire strategy pins on recovery, right? If it loses the premium, you can buy that option at a discount, right? And so if the price goes back up or down, whichever side you're on, that premium could be reapplied, so you instantly get an uptick in valuation.
Yes, doesn't matter. Yes, okay, cool. I see that. That makes sense.
So,
I mean, maybe 60% sort of understand that.
Yeah, so, but there's not a good website to grab those option chains because you have to look at moments in time because I don't think that they capture like, hey, at 9 o'clock this option chain was this price, 10 o'clock it was this price, right? So what I would do is usually typically at the end of the day I'd go out and I'd actually have to use Yahoo because it's actually you can copy and paste their option chain into Excel, right? And then you can look. I usually use the mid just to look to see comparative between like midday to close. Look how those option chains move, and then compare it again to open, like around 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Now look to see, okay, what is lost value? What's lost most value too? Because let's say if in the case of just because I've been on the Microsoft
Are you?
position, we could just use Microsoft as an example. Let's say if Microsoft lost $5, let's say 3% of stock value. That does not mean every option chain loses the same amount. They lose different amounts depending on
Yeah.
certain factors. So that's why part of the general strategy is, hey, look where that premium dropped off. You can buy that option at a discount. So if this price goes back up on the call side, that premium can slap back on,
Yeah.
and then sell it with the premium on top.
Okay. So that sort of adds up to what I was trying to hunt for. And what Greeks would you be looking at more so to like pull that off?
Delta. I'd look at the delta. Just look at I mean, this is where you look at, okay, at this point in the value of this, but the change in the delta was this. So there's like I said, I've got an Excel sheet, right? So it's hard to explain because it does get a little convoluted at times, but it was working until I went outside my strategy, and then I just got chopped down about 2 trades.
So one thing that I can maybe think that a tool over here that would help you for that is the VRE, but the multi-time frame VRE. So I think that would come in due time, but let's say you can change VRE, the line to the 1 hour, you can like to each settlement time of these option contracts, and then you can get the new mean of the option contracts, whatever it is, like the new VRE means of that 8-hour period, 15-minute period, whatever settlement is. And then you'll know maybe where the most richest point is or the most liquidity is. I don't know. But you'll know where the magnet is for of the next 15 minutes, of the next 45 minutes. And maybe a lot of people who can also see that would be transacting at that price of the yellow line of the 15-minute mean. I don't know if that could help, but yeah, anyway, I appreciate your explanations there, man. I'm going to have to be sitting in and strapping in for this one. So any words of help really do help. Thank you.
Options. And like as I was telling Josh yesterday, when it comes to options, when I came into this channel, I had no idea about workflows on how Bilbo works, and right, going from like the daily to the 4 hour to the 15-minute, right? I'd be looking at 5 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds, and I'm making entries around 10 seconds, right? So it's like I have to kind of back up, but it's like thinking about things in different ways, right? So it's options is
No, yeah, we're right on par with the like low time frame freaking entry work. I'm like 9 minutes, 6 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute looking for the entries.
Yeah, I mean, for example, I think the example I gave Josh yesterday is, got a 50-cent contract rate, and that thing can contract to 40 cents within 5 minutes. But how do you capture that 50 cent move? You're not going to capture that on 1 minute. You're really going to look at a 15 to 10 second time frame, because it can just happen like that. It can happen in the blink of an eye.
Oh, yeah.
And if it moves from 40 cents to 50 cents or vice versa, it's a 20% markup, right? So if you manage to push all your chips in at that moment and you get that markup, you can close out, sell it, walk away for the day. You were good.
Can I ask another question? That markup, all right, how do I figure out that I'm going to be roughly 10% less than the perfect markup when the price comes to me? Because I literally want.
$1 million question. That's $1 million
Is
question.
that the $1 million
Ooh.
question?
That's why I'm here.
Okay, cool. Because I think I've spent the last 5 years figuring out how to do the spot so that I can get my entries in quantity, and that's just the rawest way to trade. So now I'm just wanting to increase that spot power into options and do it at the same time, right? And now just trying to figure out what options contracts would make the best sense. So I've got the spot side dialed, but now I really want to get into options and hammer down, knowing that, okay, this is like, I've turned on the notifications on my AVRs, so they all go like when they hit 0, and I promise you, in 5 seconds after that, I better have entered my options trade, because the volatility is just going to kick it up or down. Okay, and I have all the tools to tell me that it's going to go down, because we've been using these things now for 3 years trading spot. So now I know that I can go short, but I need to capture that range, and I know exactly, I'm not going to say exactly, but I know 90% of the time exactly where it's going to go. And if I can just be 80% correct on those 90% calls, or those 90% trades, then I don't, then I'm limiting down my 10th loss, kind of thing, slowly. But yeah, man, this stuff, I need to really grab it by the horns, because I reckon I can hammer it. I have no reason to trade leverage. As soon as I saw how options worked, I was just like, oh, these are all just products of the same thing. They're literally just little legs of products. So
options are considered extremely risky, because all you are is buying a piece of paper. I don't even think they'll even give you the piece of paper. But if you don't get that in the money, you own nothing. Right? So I make sure that I push my options 30 days out, right? Because if the market goes down, right, I'll be holding a piece of paper that's worth absolutely nothing. Right? You can lose.
Don't worry, bro. I trade JPEGs, I trade shitcoins, and 10% of the time, maybe 30% of the time on a bad year, they also go to 0, man. There's nothing you can do about it. So to just take that mentality and go, I already buy pieces of non-tangible things, and I'm willing to put $200 on this piece of paper, because this piece of paper can be signed for $2,000 in 30 days. This is going to yield more than any shitcoin that you're buying and holding for 9 months for it to come up in 400%.
And all they do is they just leverage the stock price, right? So it's just, that's why this is like volatility when you get in. As I'm starting to learn, right, when you get into it, hey, because this is all driving the price action, right? So that's all it is, right? So if you know ahead of time what the price action is going to do, you know exactly where that option is going to be, right? So
yes,
that's why I'm here. That's why I'm kind of starting to stick around, right? Is leading information, right?
Yeah, man.
And then, Bilbo, can I ask this question? Now that we have our own volatility indicators here, I see that there's IV and what's the other one there? I know that our tools are obviously similar logic to that, let's just say. So there's IV and HV. Why do I have to give a shit about those numbers when I have my own volatility tools that tell me the spot price is now 0 volatility, right? And to me, that's my buy order to go hunt for options contracts. Because I know at this time, 15 minutes time, they're going to either one side's going to be really cheap and one side's going to be very expensive. Okay, so now we obviously know the direction of volatility, so that will push me into knowing if I'm call or put, or if I'm long in or short, or whatever side of that, whatever trade makes the most sense, trying to capture that percentage of the volatility on the. Now, if I know that the AVRs and our Shannon entropy, they all hit 0, okay, I'm going to buy this option contract. What is the thing that's going to hurt me with regards to IV or HV? And does it even matter because my Shannon entropy is just going to expand and those numbers will resettle themselves? Like, do I have to give a shit if I know?
I wouldn't complicate it that much. I mean, this is why we took implied volatility and historical volatility and combined them, and then we have it on top of percentile. Percentile is the key to me. You know, people out there that are just using implied, just using historical stuff like that, you're not getting good information if you don't combine it all. So that's why I really like just the implied volatility reads on all these stocks, indices, whatever. I could care less. I don't even look at it. Because what are they using implied volatility for anyway? When do I sell? When do I buy premium? That's how the tasty trade guys are. They won't even listen to percentile, and if they did, they'd win a lot more trades. Guarantee that. So I would focus on our indicator 100%, but and definitely don't complicate it too much. For sure, especially just starting out. Nice gift there. That's a Kraken. Beautiful. Driving his luxury freaking 1936 Plymouth Coupe or whatever the hell that is. God, I haven't seen that in a long time. But
just saying, you might know what a JPEG is, bro.
Yeah, true. True. But no, this is a great conversation. No, Earthbear, you're definitely a welcomed addition, especially when it comes to options. Because it's a massive rabbit hole. Good stuff, man. Good stuff indeed. You know, when I shut up, I'm listening. For sure. I know when to listen, when to talk.
I was hoping we weren't really interrupting this trading session, but I'm sorry, man. I'm jumping in.
Yeah, but we're way over. I'm going to shut this baby down. No, we can continue the conversation in the chats or whatever. But if you are watching on TradingView, hit the rocket icon. I mean, we got a lot of great information in here. Got a lot of great members. Come join the Discord. Doesn't cost you any money, for crying out loud. You can go watch YouTube Jimmy all you want. He's just going to lie to you and bullshit you and using his lagging indicators, which we are not going to be a part of. We've got leading information here. Everybody in here trades all kinds of different stuff. Doesn't matter. Options, futures, just stocks, whatever. We're here for you guys. See, is there anything else I need to cover? Let me check some. What's Dixie doing? Everything's going sideways. This 15-minute volatility. I mean, the low length expanded. It was starting to expand. I mean, you got the 981 contracting positive. I'm just seeing at some point. Go over here. You can see the daily range, bottom side of the 68.3 is holding this price action up. Look at this tight little range this thing is. And the expected move is down to a point. 433 to the downside, 444 to the top side. Tough right now. Big time. I mean, you go outside, dude, you go wait a minute here. One strike on the call side out of the money is only 17 cents, only 19 cents on the put side. That's insane in itself. Usually you're going to get some premium there. It's not there. Let me see. I got to log back in here. Yeah, quack. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Which the market's dried up right now. There's literally, let me see here. God. Yeah, first call.
These nuts.
Yeah, the fact that drops off so steep. I mean, you're talking on the call side, 70 cents to 4 cents, 2 strikes away. Kind of telling you what everybody's thinking. This thing's going to go sideways all day. But those 443s, that's where, and usually you'd see like 300K in volume. It's half that. Well, not half, but call side's 191, put side's 186. Let me see something. Yeah. I mean, it really looks like this thing's going to go sideways. That volatility on the 15-minute, though. And this is what I was looking for on the 15-minute over here. I mean, we're talking, this thing is mean reverted on the low length big time. So, is the RMLR going to bounce off the power mean, or is it going to break through the power mean? This thing breaks through the power mean. We get a little down move here on one of these 15-minute candles, and you see a close go through the power mean. You wait for a couple more 15-minute candles, and this thing could move to the downside. Just depends. Could bounce here. The 30 is, if I remember correctly, yeah, oh, Jesus. Way up here. Way up here. 448, dead. That would take you so far out from the 7. It's just ridiculous. I don't see that happening. Not even close.
It's going to go up, down, or sideways.
You know what, though? Let me turn that back on and put on the future projection. You can override continuous market protection. So it populates. There we go. Let me see here. We're still not getting there. That's the 30. It should be more. That's why traditional. We're attempting to fix this. This is tough. It can be done, but it's a massive code change. They're working on it, so we can have a correct. That's why we really don't show it. You have to overwrite it, because sometimes it can give a false read. Crypto continuous markets. It's beautiful. But let's see what happens here on this 15-minute. I'd pull up this RMLR and look for this cross, see if it finds support here or cross. A prediction model saying to the top side, but I don't freaking trust it. And with the short day today and the holiday tomorrow, yeah, this thing could go sideways. But that being said, everybody thinking that, perfect opportunity to run this down and test these ranges. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens the rest of the day, although it's closing early, right? What do we got? About 2.5 hours? Let's see how it plays out. I'll be in the chat. I got a little chainsawing to do. Other than that, I'm going to be free. So yeah, with all that being said, wherever you live out on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, and evening. Join this damn Discord. Hit the rocket icon. Follow us on TradingView and Alpha Trading out. Peace.